This question is a question about function compositions, and often just the notation can be what's confusing. So let's talk about that first. The question says two functions are defined as f of x is equal to 3x minus 1 and g of x is equal to x squared plus 2. Which of the following expressions represents, and the way you can say this is f of g of x. Okay, so if we said something like this, find f of 4, that generally means to us that we're replacing this x with 4. So that would look like this. This is f, so it would be 3 times x, but x is 4, and then minus 1. And then we could say, okay, well, 3 times 4 is 12. 12 minus 1 is 11. And so we say f of 4 is equal to 11. Because we simply replaced x with 4. But what our question is, it's a function composition, meaning bringing two functions together. And so it says f of g of x. Just like it said f of 4 here, we're replacing x with a function g of x. So now, everywhere in f that we see in x, we're going to replace it with g of x, which is x squared plus 2. So let's show that. So here we go. Let's write it again. F of g of x. So everywhere in f that we see in x, we're going to replace it with the function g of x. So here's what that would look like. Here's f, so 3 times x, but our x is now g of x. So here's g of x, x squared plus 2. And always put that in parentheses. Whatever you're substituting in, put that in for parentheses. So I just replaced that x and f with g of x, and then we still have to subtract 1. Now that we have that set up, it's pretty simple in terms of what it is we're being asked to do. This 3 distributes into the parentheses, so 3 times x squared is just 3x squared. 3 times 2 is 6, and then we still have this minus 1. So combining any like terms that we see here, it's just the 6 and the 1. So 3x squared, 6 minus 1 is 5. And we've done all of our operations, so we now know that f of g of x is equal to 3x squared plus 5. We look at our answers here, and there's lots of ones that are similar, but we see that D is the one that matches what we have in 3x squared plus 5.